video? Well, today's video is going to be another review for you. Yeah, just like the Okiko flour lawn pellet food review, I thought I'd do another review of foods, this time being New Era. If any of you guys haven't heard, New Era is now not New Era, it's called Vitalis. Basically, to put it short, New Era went into litigation over in the States that was costing a lot of money, so they decided to ditch the New Era brand and basically start up with a new brand name called Vitalis, but they're still using the same factories and employees and everything to produce the same food. So the food remains exactly the same. From what I can understand, the prices still remain exact. Basically, everything remains the same. It's just the brand has changed from New Era to Vitalis, and obviously the branding looks different. You will see a picture of the Vitalis logo at some point during this video, probably now. I've still got the old New Era stock here, my own personal stock. I haven't got any Vitalis to show you. I might have to keep disappearing off the screen because my camera's being a bit weird tonight, it keeps cutting out. So if I disappear, I'm checking to make sure it's still recording and then I will reappear. Anyway, so what have we got to do a review on? We've got New Era Tropical Flakes. Brilliant food this is definitely one of the foods I'd use on a weekly basis. It is brilliant food. It's not full of fillers and other crap. We also have New Era Central and South American cichlid pellets, the small ones, 1.5 mil pellets. Again, a very good food if you've got mouths big enough to take it. At the moment, I haven't got any or very many mouths that are big enough to take it. Then I have New Era Central and South American cichlid pellets again, but these are the large pellets. Does it say what size they are? Yeah, 6 mil pellets they are. These pellets are great for like your Oscars, flower lawns, umbies, what else gets bloody big? Texas cichlids. Basically all your big Central American cichlids. These guys are the one for you. And lastly, I think it's lastly, yeah. I've got the New Era catfish pellets. Again, 1.5 mils for the small pellets. These look and smell pretty much identical to the 1.5 mil cichlid pellets. Now each of these, if you cast your mind back a while when New Era first came onto the scene, excuse that, Bush is having a bit of a fit. Yeah, when New Era first came onto the scene, it was an absolute effing nightmare to get the lid off. I was having to hack into it with a Stanley knife to cut the slot to then open it. Otherwise, I'd rip my fingers to pieces, and basically the tub I'd end up halfway up the garden, smashed everywhere. See me ass. But they've changed the design. It's now just a simple twist off lid. So thanks for that, New Era or Vitalis. Keep this bloody design, will you please? Yeah. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of pellet foods. I use mostly flake foods, granular foods, live or frozen foods. I don't really use pellet foods that much. The only fish in here I exclusively feed pellets to is the big guy. All the other fish just get the pellets as and when. Oh, tell a lie, I've got some big angel fish down in this bottom 4-foot tank here. They get pellets. Yeah, so dive down, we're going to take a look at each of the foods close up, and we can have a gander at that, and then we'll come back up. I'll do the readouts on the back of each container. I'll give you my opinion on each of them. We'll wrap the sucker up. I'll put links in the descriptions to where you can buy yourselves the tubs. I'm a tight-fisted idiot, so chances are there'll be eBay links. Gotta love eBay, everything comes off eBay. So yeah, I'll put links in the description so that you can go buy it yourself. So yeah, let's dive down. And we are back in action. Welcome back to the video, guys. We will start off with the flake food. I don't know why I'm showing you the label, because it's pretty pointless now, isn't it? I think actually the label's pretty much going to stay the same, but where it says New Era, it says Vitalis. I could be wrong though, I've not actually seen the new brands as of yet, because I'd imagine that the shops are going to be allowed to sell off the New Era stuff first. So yeah, so this is the flake food. When you get it, it's completely colourless, it hasn't got all the mad colours, and when you first open your tub, basically it's just a handful of huge, and I mean huge, flakes. That's not even a good friggin' size comparison. That was a bit ridiculous. Let's have a gander. No, I've crushed it all. But literally, the flake sizes are about the size of that lid, which is about, you know, there's my hand for comparison. Yeah, so I would highly recommend that you crush the flake in the pot with your hand before using it. Just makes it easier to feed, otherwise you're having to tear up the flakes, and the flakes are quite moist so they don't rip very easily. So yeah, that's the only con with this food. It's not pre-crushed, it just comes in massive flakes, so you've got to crush it yourself. But other than that, superb food, great for conditioning your fish for spawning. I've had fish spawn regular for me, and all they've ever been fed on is this stuff, so well done, New Era, that is a brilliant food. Now, next, we've got the Central and South American 1.5 mil cichlid pellets. You know, I wish you guys could smell this food, bit weird, but I actually think this food smells quite nice compared to the rank shit that you normally get. So just by smelling it, you know it's a good quality food, in my opinion. Again, that is the tub, and that's the pellets. So the pellets are 1.5 mil in size. They don't break up easily, therefore they don't easily foul the water if they're not eaten straight away. They are squishy, so you could actually get a finger full of them, and you could roll them into a ball to make one bigger pellet, or you can squash it against the glass on your tank and it'll actually stick to the glass, or it does for me, and the fish feed off it from there. So that's good. And on the whole, it is, again, it's a good food. Not that they should, but all of my catfish go mad for this food, and certainly the likes of the Geophagus and the larger rainbow cichlids love it. Next, again, it's the same tub, just a picture of an Oscar instead of a dwarf. These are 6 mil pellets, so these are big boys. Probably a bit smaller than the Plek pellets that Vitalis do. Again, these are squishy, nice and soft, don't easily break down, therefore won't easily foul your water. And on the whole, I mean, I really really can't feed much of this food. Buster, the flower horn, is the only fish that I've got big enough in here that will take this food. But I've been told that it actually makes a good fry food. If you put it in a bottle of tank water, shake it up, and then leave it for an hour or so, and then shake it again vigorously. Apparently it breaks down into little particles which feeds your fry. I've not tried that, I'm just going off hearsay, so try that at your own risk. And lastly, we have the catfish pellets. Now move that to one side and we will compare it with the cichlid ones. Quite a difference in colour. Not a difference in size obviously, because they're both 1.5 mil. These again, they're not as squishy as the cichlid ones. They don't hold together very well. I certainly wouldn't say that they'd stick to the glass very well on the inside. Nevertheless, my corridoras go absolutely crazy for this food. So yeah, you've seen what they all look like. You've seen what all of the tubs look like. So we're gonna rise back up from the gates of hell and we're gonna wrap this sucker up. Hello YouTubers, I'm back, and I'm back again, you lovely, lovely people. So we are back up from the gates of hell. I had a boss meal with the devil. We got down, we did a bit of jiving, and then I naffed him off because he bored me, and I thought he was a bit of an idiot. Anyway, enough of that chat. Back to the new era foods. So, woo! We will start with the larger, big boy cichlid pellets, and this is what New Era or Vitalis I've got to say. Features and benefits. Hey, fish food on benefits. I heard that one before, I'm just kidding. Features and benefits: unique soft sinking pellet formulation, less waste, improved water quality, natural ingredients, sustainably sourced. Natural ingredients I agree with. Less waste, that doesn't mean that your fish is going to shit less, obviously. In fact, I'd say that your fish will shit more. These pellets tend to have some kind of laxative effect on Buster for some reason. He just poops. But yeah, that's true. Feeding guide. This one always cracks me up because every single company with food says something completely different and they all contradict each other. New Era or Vitalis say a complete pet food for fish, suitable for all cichlid species from Central and South America. Well, first question, why is this pellet food only suitable for Central and Southern America cichlids? Why is it not suitable for Rift Lake cichlids or West African or, you know, that kind of stuff? So that's my first question. Second question, what makes this a complete food? What makes this the food that you can just basically bring your fish up on? Well, it's not a complete food, is it? Because you can't feed, unless you're willing to get a bit practical, you can't feed these to fry, can you? So straight away it's not a complete food, so I completely disagree with that one. Anyway, composition: fish and fish derivatives, derivatives of vegetable origin, mollusks and crustaceans, oils and fats, minerals. Analytical, shit, I don't know how you say that. Constituents, don't know how you say that either, sorry. Protein, 47.5%. Woo! Quite high in protein, that. Inorganic matter, 20%. Fat content, 10.1%. Where's the 0.1% come from? Moisture 19%, there's quite a lot of water in this, guys. Fibre only 0.5% in fibre, that's quite low. What's in this? We've got a Staxanthin, nutritional additives, so we've got vitamin A, vitamin D3, vitamin E, zinc sulfate, monohydrate, manganese oxide, ferrous sulfate monohydrate, calcium iodate anhydrous, probably said that wrong as well, sodium molybdenate, cupric sulfate, pentahydrate and sodium selenite. I haven't got a clue what half of them are. So yeah, whoa, that's the large 6mm Central and South American pellets. I won't bother reading out the smaller version because that's just going to be exactly the bloody same. Catfish. Gotta love the catfish. Watch those barbs, don't spike you. Features and benefits. Says exactly the same thing again. Unique soft sinking pellet formulation, less waste, improved water quality, natural ingredients, sustainably sourced. The feeding guide. Did I read the feeding guide for that? No, I was too busy chatting shit. Apologies for that, I will read it from this one. Feeding guide, a complete... Oh yeah, I distracted myself, didn't I? A complete pet food for fish suitable for all catfish. A complete pet food for fish suitable for all catfish. Bit of a brain work of that. Feed up to 3 times a day. Do not overfeed. Remove any uneaten food. Store in a cool, dry place. Don't put wet fingers in pot. Okay. Fair enough. The composition, the other thing, and the additives are exactly the same as the other ones. There's nothing different in them, which is strange. So they've basically just made the exact same pellets, stuck a different label on, and selling it for a different price. That's how it looks to me anyway. I'm no fish pro. I mean, well, yeah, I'm not a fish professional. Anybody who claims to be a fish professional can kiss my bum. I don't think that this hobby is a hobby that you can get any pros in, simply because the technology and everything about the hobby is permanently changing all the time, never stops. So just when you think you've learned something inside and out, some idiot comes along and changes it, so you've got to relearn it. See? I'm just going to check the battery level, guys, bear with me one sec. Yeah, we're still rocking and rolling, we've got 2 minutes left, even though I've just put a 32 gig memory card in the camera. It still only gives me 10 minutes of video. Oh well. Anyway, new era, tropical flake, bam! Ba-bam! This is the food I love. This is the food that I would say is the best out of the rest of the range. I use this flake food exclusively. It's a brilliant food. Yeah, I highly rate this. 30 gram tub, and this cost me £5.75 off eBay. I didn't pay for the others. New Era kindly gave me those for the purpose of this review. But they didn't give me enough flake food to review, and I already had this, so I'll do it from this. Basically, the composition and additives is pretty much the same as the pellets, but the analytical constituents are slightly different. Protein in the flakes is 43.8%, inorganic matter is 13.5%, fat content is 7.5%, and the fibre is 2%. So, it's already a good food. Features and benefits exactly the same as the previous mentioned. Feeding guide exactly the same as the previous mentioned. and that's the tropical flake fruit, guys. And that is the end of this review. Don't forget, have a nose in the description below. You'll see links to all of these products where I found them to be the cheapest to buy, so get buying before the links become invalid. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Also give me a subscribe. And yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video soon. Ta-da!